All right. Hello. What's up? It's Gokuma, and welcome to the channel. And tonight, I'm finally, I'm finally gonna do it. I'm finally gonna do the thing. Gonna play Die Hard. So this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, around this time of year. But it's almost, I don't know, never worked out because scheduling issues or I got busy playing something else or I don't know what the fuck have you. And Water, hey, what's up, dude? How's it going? It's good to see you again. Though it's probably really early in the morning. Did Have you gone to bed yet, or are you still awake? Yeah, no, I've been pretty good. I've been kind of busy the last few days. That's why, it's been a few days since I last streamed because I think I streamed on Saturday and then yeah, because that was when I was playing Pokemon, and Sunday, I was busy as well as Monday. Um, but yeah, so I'm here now, and we're gonna kind of go over and play some Die Hard games. Not all of them. Some of them I gotta like. We're gonna watch a couple games like through YouTube because I'll explain that in a bit. But long story short, like some of the games are like kind of hard to play now. I slept during the day, so you woke up at 10 p.m. Oh, okay. So I guess for the most part, you're okay now, maybe. Um, but all right. So yeah, you're definitely nocturnal creature, which is same, which was the same as me. I lived a very long time, sleeping during the day and then being up at night, mostly because a lot of, well, I was already naturally like a night person, but I did also happen to have work that did take place in the evening. So it kind of worked out in that way. So, but yeah, I know that life very well. Um, so anyways, yeah. I'm finally gonna get around to doing a thing that I've been wanting to do for a while, and that um, do some like some Die Hard around Christmas time because um, I'm not sure where you land in the topic of if Die Hard is a Christmas movie or not, but to me, for damn sure, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. And I've had this argument for a very, very long time. Um, so I can totally like back it up, which I'm going to in a bit. Um, so yeah, so Die Hard. I don't know how old you are, how familiar you are with Die Hard. It's basically like it's become like a classic at this point. And it's honestly, like, even objectively speaking, like it is like one of the best action movies ever made. And there's more reasons for that as well. But basically, to give some background of Die Hard for anyone who happens to be watching or watch the VOD at a or VOD at a later point. So Die Hard is a action movie that came out towards like the late 80s. I think like 88, 89, something like that. It's like very late 80s. This was during the time when you had like a big action film boom, and you had like action stars coming up like from everywhere. Notably speaking, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, and you started having like a bunch of others like trying to to come up as well. And action movies were really huge back then. And so here we have the movie Die Hard, um, which is action film that stars Bruce Willis. And Bruce Willis was kind of like, like people weren't sure about him being an action star at that time. Of course, now, like by now, dude was in like a billion action movies, including multiple Die Hard movies. But back then, like he did a lot of like you know drama or comedy, like type of movies. Like he never really did action movies or anything. But the powers that be wanted to go and give him a chance, which is good because back in the 80s, like it even up to like the 90s or so, like it um actors definitely got typecasted a lot, especially like it was much more so like in the 80s. Like once you hit it big with like a particular movie playing as a particular character, like that's who you basically were for like the rest of your career. um and it was very difficult for um like some actors to break out of that, but there were certain ones that were able to. Bruce Willis, I think, was like one of those actors. Michael Keaton also comes to mind because he, same thing. Like he did like some drama and a lot of comedy, stuff like that. And then Tim Burton like gave him a fucking chance with first with Beetlejuice, and then being Batman, and then the rest is history because he's had a pretty great career. And same goes for like for Bruce Willis. So so Die Hard was the movie that really showed that like like he can be an action star, like he can be a tough guy. What a lot of people may not realize about Die Hard, despite the fact that it's in the fucking credits of the movie, was that Die Hard was actually based off of a book. Um, the name of it escapes me, even though I read it like years ago. Like I actually read it a long time ago. But it does not go by the name Die Hard. It's like it has a completely different book title, and the book title is actually it's so the book is actually a sequel to another book. I think there's only two books in this series. I don't think they made any more than that. I could be wrong. But yeah, so it was so the book that Die Hard is based on had a previous book called The Detective, which came out I think like 20 or so years before this book. And that was even made into a movie which starred uh Frank Sinatra as um as the main character, whose name was not John McClane. Um like I think it was like a similar-ish name, but yeah. I think they kind of changed the name a bit. But anyways, yeah. Um, so then the dude who made that, like decades later, decides to write like another book, and this would serve as the basis for Die Hard, and was like a completely like different type of book compared to his previous book. But he did it based on like the same character and everything, and kind of like the whole point of the book, as well as the movie, was like you're basically taking like this normal like cop slash detective, and putting him into like this fucking crazy ass like terror situation that he's like completely um like initial like pretty much like untrained for, like he's completely unqualified to be dealing with this shit, but he does, and he finds ways to do it. But anyways, so the book shares a lot of similarities to the movie, but there's also a lot of differences. Um, differences such as like the age of the characters, because the dude in the book, he was a lot older. He was like literally too old for this shit, and um, I think instead of trying to save his, I think it was instead of like, if all right, it was either he had to save his wife, or instead of his wife, like it was his daughter, or it was like both. I need to read this fucking book again. But anyways, um and I don't know if anyone plans on reading the book, but I don't know. I mean, it doesn't have like, it has a pretty sad ending. Like it has a completely different ending than the um than the movie. But there are like certain scenes and stuff, like certain major scenes or certain things that happen in the book that does happen in the movie. Um, so and the whole plot is like like mostly the same. Um, but I believe in the book, like it doesn't take place during Christmas or something, or maybe it does. I don't know. I don't remember. Whenever there's like a lot of media about the one thing, and there's like different adaptations of the one thing, like now I'm like my brain gets confused. like like what happened and what. It happens to me all the time with fucking Scott Pilgrim, because I've watched the movie, watched read the books, played the games, and they like just all fucking meld together in like one fucking mess. So yeah, that happens. So anyways, yeah, so Die Hard came out, and it, like, yeah, it was a huge hit. But it was also a big deal for action movies back then, because action movies back then, I mentioned big names like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone and such, and these were guys that, like, they were in these, they in all these different action movies, and they were like fucking like invincible. Like, I mean, they still like got a little beat up or hurt or whatever, but like, but still, like, these guys were like fucking invincible. Like they're fucking like killing enemies by like the waves and shit. Like they're just like fucking just annihilating everything in sight. But then, like, I like to think that maybe Die Hard was a part of this, because then you started seeing like a shift for a little bit in action movies, where so what was pretty significant about, yo, Charismatic Canine, what's up, man? How you doing? You're on a 3 stream streak. I didn't know that was a thing, but whole ride. I'm talking about Die Hard because we're gonna check out some Die Hard games tonight for a bit. Um, so yeah. So what was pretty significant about Die Hard coming out was that in a lot of currently recovering from weekend. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm glad that you're getting better, and the good thing is that you don't need your voice right now, so you're all right. You'll you're right there. As long as your fingers are okay, then you're good to go. But yeah, so what was pretty yeah. So what was pretty significant about Die Hard coming out at the time was that the main characters in other action movies, they were always like these trained fucking super soldiers and shit. Like they fucking like knew like all the guns, and they knew all the ways to like explode things, and they were like, and then even if they didn't have any guns or anything, they could just beat the shit out of everyone in their way because they were all big and fucking muscular and shit. And this is where part of the controversy was when they got like Bruce Willis, and people had their doubts because like he wasn't like a fucking big muscle bound guy, and that was the point. Like he's supposed to be like, like, yeah, okay, he's a cop, right? He's a detective, so he has some form of training. He can he has he obviously knows how to use a gun and stuff, but that's pretty much it. Like, he's just a normal cop and detective. He's not, like getting into fucking shootouts every day or some shit maybe. um so yeah, so he's just supposed to be like, as much of a normal guy as possible, aside from like being a trained officer, and that's it. Like I don't think he was in the military. Maybe he was. I don't know. I don't know anymore. But yeah, but still, he wasn't, a big muscle bound guy. He wasn't, even if he had something beyond, like just officer training. He wasn't like a super soldier or anything like that. And he was always like throughout the movie, he was always put into like positions where he was just at a huge fucking disadvantage. Like always, like either he only had like a gun, yeah, with limited ammo. um he was barefoot for like part of the movie, because when shit went down, like he had to act quickly, and he just so happened to not have his shoes on when things happened. And then he has to do like fucking just ridiculous ass shit. So, um, but yeah, like this dude got like fucking, like beat up and shot at, and like fucking feet got like cut up, and like motherfucker like suffered through this. Like he fucking, like, he of course, like, this is an action movie, so of course, like, he defeats all the bad guys, and saves the woman, and happily ever after. Well, not really. Well, for as far as the end of Die Hard, yes. Post Die Hard, not so much. But like happily ever after, and everyone goes home happy. But that motherfucker had to suffer to get that. Other action stars, other action hero movies, yeah, no, like that, it's like this shit's just another day for them, and they come out like mostly like unscathed, and still looking like a complete badass. But but despite the fact that like Bruce Willis, like, or John McClane had to go through as much as he did to finally like save his wife and get all the terrorists. um it made him look more badass, because the preconception was that, with these action heroes, is like we can't hurt them too much, because then if they get hurt and stuff, that makes them look weak. And it's like, no, that sounds fucking stupid. Like, I don't know, to me, if you have like, like a hero and he's fucking going through some shit, like just to fucking win the day, I think it makes him look more badass. When this motherfucker is like, yeah, like I fucking killed an entire building of terrorists with like bare cut up feet and like fucking just bruises and broken bones and gunshots and blood and cuts and whatever. I don't know, to me it just makes it look more badass, like when you're all fucked up but you still get the job done. So, and yeah, and there's a lot of times in the movie where Bruce Willis can't really, like, he or John McClane can't really rely on brute force or getting into like a shootout or anything. So there's parts of the movie where he has to use, like, like some wit, some cunning. um so yeah, it was a completely different type of action movie that came out during that time. And I think there's a lot of movies that were really like inspired by um that movie. Because I think even after that, like you kind of started to see action movies where the heroes, like, they actually started to get beat up more. Like, even if they were like some fucking super soldier or something, like they actually started at least getting beat up more and stuff like that. They weren't completely invincible. Except for fucking Steven Seagal movies. Like, fucking Steven Seagal didn't give a shit. He was just like, yeah, I don't want to be hurt or look hurt ever, because he's a fucking little bitch. um but everyone else, like, yeah, they started like, like struggling. Because around that time, like, you also had like the Predator come out. Like, that came out sometime not too long after Die Hard. But in that movie, like, I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't get, like, he didn't really get fucked up or anything, but like he didn't look invincible either, taking on like the Predator. Like, he did get his ass kicked by the Predator like throughout the entirety of the movie. He did get like I don't know, good hit in on the Predator or whatnot. But for the most part, like, Predator was a huge threat to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't like gonna brute force this shit. Like, there was just there was just no way. When it comes to Predators, it's like, yeah, you kind of, unless you're fucking Wolverine, and even then, like, you still got to be like um a little cunning when fighting, when fighting the Predator. um that's why it was kind of silly that, like, everyone, there's a lot of people who are really upset about that one Predator movie, Prey, because it's like, oh, you have this little girl that fucking kills the Predator. And it's like, it's like, yeah, because it doesn't matter how big or small you are against a fucking Predator. A Predator's gonna fucking kill you. It's all about like how smart and cunning you are. If you're going to beat a Predator. Arnold Schwarzenegger was a big ass dude. Didn't fucking matter. Like, did not fucking matter at all. In fact, like, he was with a whole group of big ass fucking people, and they all got taken out, all of them. And why? Because most of them just either like lost their shit, or they try to go with brute force, or whatever else. And when Arnold Schwarzenegger was like, okay, I actually need to put in some strategy for this, he was able to beat him. Um so Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so that's Die Hard. So the other part of Die Hard, and this has been a major thing, um, going for Die Hard, is it being a Christmas movie? And to me, for fucking sure it is. And there's again, there's reasons why, but this has been a huge debate for a long, long time on whether like this is a Christmas movie or not. Um, like there could be some arguments made because it's not like it's merely focused on Christmas. It's not like the entire theme of the movie is Christmas, but like a lot of Christmas movies, um, like don't necessarily follow the so a lot of movies that are considered Christmas movies don't necessarily it's not completely like themed out in Christmas. Like it's like there's other stuff that's going on, but like like some of the other maybe like themes and stuff. I can't find the words because I fucking English is hard. I lived in Japan for too long. Um, but yeah, but they they still have stuff that hits on like what like what Christmas is about. And I think if you think of Christmas movies strictly like that, then there's like a lot of fucking movies that aren't really that shouldn't really be considered Christmas movies. And even though they for some it's unquestionable, like Home Alone, like yeah, like everyone like unanimously agrees like that's a Christmas movie. And yeah, it's a fucking Christmas movie because but it's if you try to look at it in more of a strict view, it kind of fails the Christmas test a bit. But it's I think it's unnecessary um to look at it like that hard because with Home Alone and with Die Hard, those movies exist um because Christmas exists. Because basically the story of Home Alone and the story of Die Hard does not happen if Christmas doesn't happen. It's pretty much like the catalyst of everything that happens. And some of the especially like with Home Alone, with some of the lessons and stuff that align with Christmas. So going back to Die Hard, the story of Die Hard does not happen if if it's not Christmas. Like sure, if someone wanted to write the story of Die Hard and wanted to happen to take place, maybe there's a big retirement party or maybe a launch party or something. I don't fucking know. Um, but we know for sure there's going to be a lot of people that are going to get together for a fucking Christmas party. Like you can't really guarantee or know like when a big company or business is going to have a big party except for like Christmas or New Year's or something. Like maybe New Year's, they could have had the movie take place like in New Year's if they really wanted to. um but but um they didn't. The movie takes place on Christmas. The company whatever, like they have a Christmas party that takes place in this company's building. Because they're having this big Christmas party, that means that gives a way for the terrorists to come in and and try to rob um like money or whatever from this huge vault that's in the building. um and then also it's the reason why John McClane is there. So it's so in the so in this movie, John McClane and his wife seem to be like, I don't know, going through a thing. I don't know if they're necessarily separated, but definitely going through like a thing. And she took a, like they're originally from New York, and she took a job like in fucking LA. And um so they've been, like kind of separated ever since. But he wants to go, and he wants to fix things like with his wife, and with his and be with his daughter, for Christmas. Like that's fucking Christmas right there. Like, just, like trying to trying to get back together with with the person you love. Try to be close to your family, your kids. Yeah. So if it wasn't for that, John McClane has no reason to um to go. If they had a party, maybe with the exception with if it was like a New Year's party, but if they had a party like anytime during the year for whatever reason, it's like, what reason would John McClane really have to go? Like, like, does he really have to go, like, to this party like any other time? Um, Not really. But because it's Christmas, oh well, that's different. It's fucking Christmas. Um, so yeah, so that's kind of partly why Die Hard is a Christmas movie, because the story does not happen without Christmas. And yeah, it may not be too much heavily like Christmas themed after that, but there are, like, some instances that the movie definitely reminds you that it's Christmas. Specifically like one scene um where John McClane manages to kill one of the terrorists, takes their gun, and then he uh takes the dead body, ties him up or whatever, and he puts a message on, and says like, oh, like, now I have a gun, ho ho ho. And I think motherfucker even has a Santa hat on him. So, Christmas. um so yeah. Yeah. So with that being said, yeah, I definitely do believe that Die Hard is very much a Christmas movie. There's a lot of reputable people back that up as well. Yeah, and there's a lot of people that also don't back that up for reasons, but fuck those guys. Um, but also Die Hard is just a great action movie in general. It's definitely a great blueprint on, like, how to make like a compelling like action movie. That doesn't just feature like some, muscle bound invincible asshole. That's just beating the shit out of everyone in their way. Um, so that's what makes Die Hard like still like stand out because even now like action movies still there's don't do like what Die Hard did. Like not even the later Die Hard movies did what Die Hard did. So and then in case you're asking about the later movies like they're okay. They're just not at the level of Die Hard. I think like Die Hard 2 was like okay. It was like kind of trying to like, like capture the magic of Die Hard 1 instead of a building. It was like an airport. Um but it was like none of the movies are bad, but it's just they're nowhere near as good as Die Hard 1. So Die Hard 2 was okay. And then the third one, Die Hard with a Vengeance, like that did like a completely different thing, and that was okay as well. Um and like same thing with the other movies. Like they're just all okay. But the first Die Hard, like yeah, that's one of the goats. So
Playing from Pixel 6.
no, shut up, computer. So um yeah, so we're going to be checking out some Die Hard games. Not sure how many we'll get through tonight, but try to definitely get through a few of them. Unfortunately, a couple of them we'll have to watch YouTube videos for because like we have no, well, we kind of have a choice, but fuck that. And this is why. So, all right. So Die Hard just so happens to have quite a few games associated to it. Uh, most with questionable quality, but there were still quite a few Die Hard games, and um there unfortunately like there hasn't really been any Die Hard games in like forever, but for a time they were trying to make some Die Hard games, and a few got released. During the time that the first movie came out, there were quite a few games that came out that was based on the first movie. And they were, and some of these games were ported over other to other consoles, and they were some of them were just like straight up ports of each other, and some were either like completely different games, or they were similar but still like very different, all depending. So the ones that I'm planning on concentrating tonight that we're going to try to see and maybe try to play as well, as long as I could get it to work on stream, is okay. So um they're going to so the first one that we're going to watch on YouTube, um from Major Thriftwood. I don't know who he is, but he's like one of the few people who did a playthrough of Die Hard for DOS. I was going to try to play this one. I got it to work and everything, but the fucking controls, like my fucking god, like I just fucking couldn't tolerate the controls. It just I because it's a it's a PC game, so you're using, like you're using keyboard, and there's the controls are everywhere on the fucking keyboard, like they're just fucking everywhere. um and there's a lot of different buttons you have to hit for different things and doing stuff, and I was just like, no, 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 I'm not fucking doing, like, how, like, this doesn't happen to me because I grew up during, like Resident Evil, when the OG Resident Evil for PS1, when, like, for a good several years, like, a lot of games are coming out that had the tank controls. And for me, it's like, okay, like, I'm okay with that because I grew up, with that. But you have people now who are like, nah, they just fucking can't. Like, they just fucking can't. Like, if they didn't grow up during that time, like, no. They try to fucking play that shit and they're like, yeah, no. No, fuck that. This is fucking awful, and they can't tolerate that shit. So this is what I felt like. I'm like, oh, this is what they must feel like, because I was just trying to play this game and I'm just like, yeah, no. No. This is, I'm not playing a fucking game like this. Um so, and plus it doesn't really look all that anyways. But yeah, so we're gonna so we're gonna check that out first, and then we're gonna check out Die Hard for the Commodore 64. Which, again, like, I tried to get to work, but, like, I couldn't get the controls working right or something. I don't know. But it seemed really bad also. But yeah, no, I really, I couldn't figure out the controls, like, how to just get shit done. Like, that was worse than the DOS one. So yeah, and then the next two that we're going to try to play, as long as shit doesn't fuck up or anything, is the is a Die Hard game for the NES, and the Die Hard game for the PC Engine. If you don't know what the PC Engine is, it's basically it's the PC Engine is the name of the system in Japan. Outside of Japan, it's called the TurboGrafx 16. Which was a system that came out, like, you know, around this time, like, around the time of, like, when we started getting, like, SNES and Sega Genesis or Mega Drive, whatever the fuck you're from. Um, but yeah, what's interesting is that with the Die Hard game for the PC Engine, was that it came out in Japan, but that's it. Like, it was never released outside of Japan. There is a fan translation of it. I'm not going to use the fan translation of it because, um, if I play this game, I'm going to fucking cheat, because I did try playing this game and it's fucking hard. Like, it's pretty hard. Like, I did on my own. I think I got to, like the third level or something, but, like, it's fucking crazy. Like, it's pretty fucking hard. Um so unfortunately, I can't have the fan translation and cheat at the same time. Like, it has to be one or the other. And it's like, okay, well, I rather cheat, and yeah, it'll be in Japanese, but I know the story of Die Hard, and, like, it should be fine. And plus, like, oh yeah, I can read Japanese. Not that it may not matter, because I may not know, like, what it's gonna say anyways. Oh, and then, God forbid, there's fucking kanji. If there's fucking kanji, well, like, fuck that. Fuck that shit. um, but I don't know. I'll try to read what I can, but it's not gonna matter. It's like a very, very old school action game. Like, you don't need to know how to read. Reading is not a requirement. But yeah, but also the that particular game is probably like the best. No, not probably. It's the best looking one of of all those Die Hard games, like easily. Even though it doesn't really follow the plot too well. Like the other games, I think follow the plot of the movie like better. Uh, but this one is just like the better looking and the better playing one. It's just fucking difficult. Um, so the the one that came out on DOS and the one that came out on Commodore 64, like those two are like similar. Like you'll see, but like gameplay wise, like it's kind of similar. It's just done like way differently. And then same thing with the NES and the PC Engine one. Like, it's like they seem very similar, um, but they play completely different. So other than those initial Die Hard games, there were other Die Hard games that came out after after that. Um, when Die Hard 2 came out, there was a Die Hard game, Die Hard 2 game, and it was the only Die Hard 2 game that came out on the PC, and it was basically like it was a shooting game. Like it was just like basically, I don't know, the best way I could explain it was like a carnival shooting game where it's just you're just moving your mouse and it's like, oh, enemies show up and you just like move your mouse and you shoot them. It's like that's it. It's like it's like an arcade rail kind of shoot, but even then, like it's really like a carnival shooter. It's just, like you're just in one screen, enemies come up, you just go around shooting them, and then move over to next screen, and that's that. Um, and then um, and then you have the Die Hard trilogy games. So there was a game on PS1 that came out called Die Hard Trilogy. This game had um it had the stories. So you play through all three of the Die Hard movies that was out already by this time. But what they did was that each movie had a completely different gameplay element. So when you play through the story of Die Hard 1, it's a third person shooter. When you play through the second game, ironically enough, it's a rail shooter. When you play the third game, it's a driving game, and they came out with a sequel to Die Hard trilogy, Die Hard Trilogy 2, Viva Las Vegas, which is its own story. It's not based on anything. It's just its own game. And then exclusively for the PC, you had Die Hard, um, Nakatomi Plaza, and then the final Die Hard game to come out is Die Hard Vendetta for um for like PS2 and GameCube and stuff, and it's its own thing. It's a story that takes place after the movies, and yeah. And also the previous game that I mentioned, Nakatomi, well, obviously that's based on the first movie. And then there is one other game, and of all the Die Hard games, like prior to me trying to do this, this was the only Die Hard game I ever played. Die Hard Arcade. Yes. So in case you didn't know, there was a Die Hard arcade game made by Sega, and it was fucking great. Like it is a fucking awesome game to play. But and there's a lot of shit about that game to talk about, like how that got made, how that came up, and whatever, but I'm gonna save that for when I actually play the game, because that's like a whole thing right there. But for now, it's like I kind of talked for a while, and as is, I won't be able to stream that long at this rate. So all depending. Let's let's check out Die Hard for DOS. Yay. Made by Activision. 32 stories up. A group of terrorists something. A celebration will become a nightmare. And one off-duty cop will take a stand. Die Hard. That does not look like Bruce Willis at all. Like, it looks more like Michael Myers than fucking Bruce Willis. But anyways, yeah, so this is what the fucking game looks like. Like, I don't know if by looking at the game you can get like an idea that the fucking there's a map that would have been useful when I tried to play this fucking game, because I'm like, what am I doing? Where am I going? But yeah, so I don't know if you can get an idea of, how bad like the controls like must be. So now he's like, so there's like combat, like hand-to-hand combat. And then you like, and you have to beat these guys because like they have items and shit that you're gonna need. So like he got a lighter there. He's in combat again. All right, now we got cigarettes to go with the lighter. Oh, like now he can smoke. I don't know if that matters in any way. I'm thinking of like Metal Gear Solid, where it's like you could smoke, but there's actually a use for it. Um, okay, I guess the dude is trying to shoot him, but he's like ducking, and I guess maybe he can't shoot him if he ducks. I don't know. All right, now he's got another pistol and food. So far he hasn't really like shot at anyone yet. All right, so he goes to the security system, and he got like canned food. I guess that's for health, maybe. And in all these games, you're timed. I don't know why they made time a thing, because I don't think time was necessarily a thing in the movie. But for some reason, all the games like you're timed. So, anyways, yeah. So, dude manages to disable security. Like I don't know what that affects exactly. And yeah, I guess he's getting shot at, but if he ducks, he doesn't get hit or something. I don't know. Oh no, he's close to dying. We got a radio and another pistol. What? Tony has been killed? Something what? So maybe the terrorists know that like one of their buddies is dead. Hello, cowboy. You're troublesome, aren't you? Oh, okay. Hans Gruber's talking to him. Probably talking to through the radio. But that's kind of like the movie. Oh, okay. There's you don't have an actual map on you. Like the map is that's supposed to be a map. I thought that was a fucking window. All right, so oh, so yeah, if he ducks, he doesn't get hit by the bullets because they don't aim down. All right, more cigarettes, another pistol. Motherfucker, can't you heal? Fucking heal. You're giving me anxiety and I'm not playing. Move the hostages to the roof. So yeah, because I think like after like every couple minutes or so, like I think things like happen. Okay, there you go. He found health. Can't take more. Lock number 3 is about to go. Okay. Because I think they're trying to break into the vault. 3 is down, 4 to go. Okay, so yeah. So I guess you're timed because the terrorists are trying to break. They're trying to break into the vault. So all right. So he's taking the stairs. All right, he's at the roof, trying to make a call. Nope, he's getting shot at. Oh, yeah, no, see, he picked up a plug. I know he's gonna use the plug for. Oh, okay, now he's got a machine gun. Lock number 4 is down, 3 to go. It's okay. I think he's just trying to completely like avoid enemies. All right, so he equipped the machine gun. Okay, he's shooting at the fan. So I guess he could go in. Okay, so I guess like there's a guy on the side that's shooting at him, or maybe it's I don't know what's going on. All right. Yeah, nah, I would not have been able to tolerate this game. I would not have been able to. Like, I'll probably try to play it on my own, but like, nah, I'm not gonna fucking stream it because I would like fucking go insane. But also, like, I would have to follow like a guide or something because I wouldn't know what to do. Because look at this, like, you're just in a big fucking fuck ass maze. I've spotted him. He's in the boardroom. Lock number 5 is going. Okay, yeah, so it seems to be, yeah, timed. Oh, meanwhile, oh, the cop is calling in now. Oh, and I just noticed he picked up a bomb. At first, like, I thought it was like, is that a watch? And like, it looks like it's a bomb. Yeah, he's just ducking under the bullets. Because they can't aim down. Like, number 5 is down, 2 to go. Damn, so you're really in a rush to 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 finish this. So lighter, Uzi, drop body. I'm under attack. Send help now. Welcome to the party, pal. All lines that. Oh, I guess he threw the body because there isn't a body option for weird reason. Is like he threw it out the window, which happens in the movie. Meanwhile, all right, so now police show up and armored vehicles and stuff. And they're gonna try to do stuff, but they're not gonna really be helpful. So I think they got like rocket launchers and shit. Okay, he's just trying to. I don't know what the fuck what happened there. Meanwhile, they have 30 hostages. We're calling in the chopper. The cowboy got through the computer room. Lock number 6 is about to go. Alright, good. He found more first aid because, like, this motherfucker's giving me anxiety. Take stairs. Meanwhile, this is Chopper 1. We're on our way. Carl's left the floor. Oh, he's left the floor. Carl, keep alert. Alright, and that must be Carl. It's like a big dude he gets into a fight with, like in the movie. Oh, he's clearly out of ammo. Or out of guns. Like, what happened to his guns? Oh yeah, I think he loses them for this fight. Number 6 is down, only 1 left. Meanwhile, Start the countdown to blow the roof. He's taking the stairs. Hans, he's up on the rooftop. Oh, you're timed. Why? Oh, because the bomb's gonna explode. Like, is the motherfucker gonna do something? It's like 20. Oh, okay, he was like trying to avoid the bullets and then go. The intruder is on the roof. Dude, like, damn, he has almost like no time to do anything. Bruh. Had 1 second left. Like, damn. He's doing the thing from the movie, kinda. It's just hard. It's just in pictures. But he did the thing. He did the thing from the movie. Yeah, that was like the big moment in the movie. That's like, one of the most like that was like the most memorable scene from that movie. Oh, he's made it to Hans and he manages to shoot him. Oh, all right, and that was Die Hard for Das. All right, took this dude 60 minutes, 25 seconds. I killed like 14 people, like in fucking hand to hand, like like barely even like shot him or anything. But um, but yeah, um, yeah. No, I would have I would have went insane trying to play that game and trying to beat it. Like I would have went crazy because like the controls are fucking horrid. Like like they're fucking awful. And like saw that gameplay was, and motherfucker like barely made it to like to be able to jump the rooftop and stuff. But yeah, it's like you're in a big rush to to play through the game, and I don't like that either. Like I don't like being timed. Like I fucking hate being timed in games. So um but yeah, and then what? So what's funny is that there's this dude who made these videos. Like I saw the history of the Die Hard arcade one. Though there was already like a lot of stuff that I knew about it, but I mostly watched it because I wanted to know like the differences between like each of the versions of Die Hard arcade. But but yeah, but you could see like how much there is to talk about with Die Hard Arcade. Like he did the video games of Die Hard in like fucking 10 minutes, but then like just to talk about Die Hard Arcade is like a whole fucking half hour because yeah, there's like a lot to talk about. But in a good way, because like it's a great fucking game, and if anything it's like the only good Die Hard game, I'm sure. Like, but I don't know. It's the only one that I played, and it's because like it's fucking it's badass. Like it's a really good game. Um, but anyways, all right. So next, we're going to check out Die Hard for the Commodore 64. Hmm. You know, it's people. So- Wait, Commodore 64 Ultimate Review? They came out with another Commodore 64 thing? I want one. Anyways. Alright, so we're just gonna pick. Just gonna go one. I guess I started watching this one to check it out. Motherfucker, go back to beginning. Alright. So with this one, I'll give this dude a like since watching his video. I don't know how to pronounce that. Alright. So this one is very similar to the DOS one, but it plays slightly different. Like, so far everything is the same. It just seems like a lesser port, but they had to change gameplay around a bit because, you know, it can't do what the DOS does. But so far, like, everything is the same. That picture's even worse. It somehow got worse. Like, he just looks like some dude that, like, I don't know, it's like, what's wrong with your face, man? So yeah, okay, so it looks, yeah, like very similar, but now it's instead it's like completely like in 2D. And you're doing the same shit. Like, you're just searching bodies and whatnot. This game seems even worse to play. Like, I'm glad, like, I couldn't get the controls to work. Because, like, nah, this game would definitely make me go insane. I would definitely, like, go fucking insane. And I don't know why it's called Commodore 64. Like, I don't know 64 what. So if you're like thinking like 64-bit, like, no. No, no, no. For those who don't know, a Commodore 64. But in a way, I think Commodore 64 was kind of like a, because, you know, everyone's been talking about like fucking console PC hybrids, and I think this was a console PC hybrid. This might have been the first console PC hybrid, or among them. I think there were more of them like back in the day. And then, you know, then we just started making straight up consoles, but now there's talk of, like, you know, like the next Xbox being a console PC hybrid thing. The fuck is going on there? All right, so you cut the security. Oh, he's going in events, which did not happen in the DOS game, I don't think. And I don't know if you can do. Maybe you can. I don't know. Mario has been killed. Oh. Mamma mia. Yeah, like, I wouldn't know where to go, or like what the fuck to do if I played. And this dude's just right, go up. Okay, oh, he's going up the stairs. You might need help. Terrorists have taken over the Nakatomi building. That combat looked kind of funny. What's the food for? Like I would think like it would be used to give you health, but like I don't know, no one's been using it. Like so what does it do? Oh, you didn't pick up the cigarettes or lighter. Yeah, and then what was the point of picking up the cigarettes or the lighter? He totally ran away from that guy. Wait, is there a guy still chasing him? Oh no, he's still chasing him. Oh shit. He's fucking nemesis. Alright, but did he completely escape him? I don't know. Looks like maybe he did. Alright, now we got explosives. We lost Franco. He had the plastique. No, cowboy, you're quite troublesome, aren't you? I don't understand the enemy AI. Heinrich has been killed. He had the detonators. Meanwhile, this is Paul. I'm checking out the Nakatomi. Spot him. He's in the boardroom. Okay, food does give you health. Then why didn't the other motherfucker use it? Or did he? And I don't know. Whatever. Welcome to the party, pal. Meanwhile, drop bomb. Cowboy, are you the one who bombed my men? I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. Oh, shows he's on his bare feet and he's stepping on glass. Is he losing health? Yeah. So that's straight up from the movie as well. But that wasn't a thing that was in the DOS game. Meanwhile, oh, okay, he's bandaging his feet now. So yeah, that definitely wasn't something that you had to deal with. Meanwhile, that you had to deal with in the DOS game. Meanwhile, hello, Mr. John McClane. We have your wife. Kill my brother, now I will kill you. Give me your weapons. Combat looks funny. So far, he's doing pretty good. Meanwhile, Carl is dead. All right, so he did the thing. Like they made him look like the normal enemies. Like he's wearing a suit, but like the enemy having fight like was like we're wearing a sleeveless shirt. And all right, that's Die Hard for the Commodore 64. Damn, did it in 6 minutes and killed 25 enemies. So yeah, all right. Um, so really quick, I'm going to go use the restroom. And then I'm going to try to set up for the for Die Hard for the NES. So all right, I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Okay, I'm gonna try to get stuff set up here. Close this up. See if I can get this to work. Was that lightning or whatever? I don't know. No, that was a car. Never mind. I think it's supposed to rain here in a bit. It's starting to get cold. Here also, well, kinda. It's supposed to be getting cold. Like it's weird. Like it's been really cold like in the mornings, but then it gets like fucking afternoon and it's like fucking warm. But I think it's gonna start getting like fucking cold soon, which is weird because it's like it's not as cold as because like what's weird is that it started getting cooler like a lot sooner, but it's definitely not been as cold. Like I remember because it's almost Christmas, and I remember like my first winter here, like it actually snowed a bit, like like around Christmas too. But here it's like yeah, no, I can't imagine like suddenly like fucking snowing here. All right, let me stop fucking around. Um, all right, let me fix the screen real quick. All right, and then I should be good to go. So this is Die Hard for the NES. Um, yeah. So all these games, I think maybe with the exception of the PC Engine one, where they were all published by Activision. Um, but they all had they had different developers though. So this one so the developers of this one were different than the developers of the DOS and the Commodore 64 game. But but it was the same developers that did the PC Engine one. So these two games, like you're gonna see some similarities between them, but like they're gonna be very different from each other. You'll see. All right. Where's my remote control? Like, raise the volume a bit. Sounds very low. Which is weird because, like, fucking these old ass games always sound, like, loud as fuck. I don't know how it sounds on the stream, but yeah. I also put on cheats. I totally... We're cheating on everything. Because these fucking old games, especially because, like, these games are so bad. Alright, hold on. I need to put the volume up. I have feet health? What the fuck? Oh, wait a minute. I might not... Oh, wait. Okay, I may not have infinite ammo. Hold on. Hold on. Let me fix this. Before I, like, lose ammo and shit. Okay. And I even put infinite time because, like, I do not feel like fucking being rushed because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Alright, I gotta get comfortable again. Ugh, okay. Alright, let's do this. Like, look at this shit, like... So yeah, what the fuck am I doing? Franco, go check out the 32nd floor. Oh my god. Like, what the fuck is going on? Is there a point to anything that I'm doing? I got a radio. Okay. Oh, there's stairs. Okay. Okay, can I just shoot the doors or something? Oh yeah, I can. And I realize this. Oh, there's an elevator. Okay, now what? Oh, okay. Alright, but I was just there. Right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay, we're finding the computer room. Oh my god. Like if I luckily I put a code to protect my feet. Can't go through there. I don't know what's the point of anything here. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. What could I just pick up? Oh, I picked up C4. Okay. I don't know what the point of that is. Oh, that was the point. I can drop whenever. Oh, but I lost my SMG. I guess he can't bring it with him. I don't know. Oh, I don't know what the fuck you just said there. Oh, is this still the computer room? One more C4. Where am I at? Is there a point to here? I think I already checked this out, right? Yeah. Like the blueprint of the fifth form, there's the main computer. Taking out could slow them down. Okay. I did not read what he said. I'm assuming it's a locked door. Oh, I guess. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, I don't get what I'm supposed to be doing. Oops, let me do that. Wait, did I just fall to my death? Wait, what? What the fuck just happened? Okay. I... What the fuck? I think I just fell out the window. And then the game got confused. Alright, let's try to do this the right way. I think, if anything, I should look at a guide. Alright, I'm gonna look at a video guide. Cause yeah, I don't know what the fuck is up with these games. Hold on, I got a message. Okay, hold on. I got a message I gotta deal with. Hold up. Okay, I'm looking up a video guide for this. Ah, shit. Now I'm getting a call. Fuck. Fuck. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna be away, but I'm still gonna try to play. Maybe. All right, I think I'm gonna stop for now. It's getting late, and I don't know what's going on here. I'm supposed to use this rocket, and nothing is happening. And I don't know, man. This game is whatever. I'll try to figure it out, and then I'll try to come back and play. But it's getting late for me, so I definitely won't have time to finish this game and the TurboGrafx game. So, all right, yeah. So I'm gonna call it a night, but I'm gonna try to come on sometime tomorrow night. It'll be Christmas Eve for me, so yeah, probably be a bit appropriate to play some Die Hard. But yeah, sorry about that. I had a call earlier that I had to take. So, but anyways, yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna get going. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night, and I'm gonna try to be on for Christmas Eve and try to fucking figure out like what the fuck is with this game, man. Because I'm just running around not knowing like what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. But anyways, all right. So have a good night, and hopefully see you next time. Later.